Zoho Commerce tutorial, Zoho Commerce setup and demos. So hello guys and welcome back to today's video. As you can see here, we're currently in Zoho Commerce where we will be teaching you how you will be able to set up your store and showing you later on what your store would look like. So we have created a fresh new account over here, as you can see, and we have a pretty neat guide over here on teaching us what we would actually need to do. So over here, we have our quick list on what we need to do. So first things first, we need to add our product, publish our product, set up our taxes over here, our payments, enter our store information, then choose a template for our design, and then simply set up our shipping and delivery over here at the bottom. So let's follow our section over here. So to be able to add your product, you can easily add it over here from the dashboard, or you can also add it over here on the top left. You could either add a product, add a category, or add a collection. So the category is a type of product, whether it's a shoe, a clothing, or a hat, something like that. It categorizes your different products and help people identify or find specific type of products. You could also create collections wherein, for example, you could create a summer collection where you could have different types of products that are typically worn in the summer be under that area. So it will help your users be able to find specific products, or this will also help when you're doing a promotion. Aside from that, you can also click on the products page over here itself directly, and you can choose to add product or import product from a different source, which you could easily import through a CSV. Now, let's add a product over here. Click on add product. So all you need to do is to give your product a title. So let's say we will be selling some shoes. So let's say Nike shoes over here, or Nike shoes. Just a sample. And selling price over here. So let's say the selling price will be 500 and the retail price would be 999. Over here, you could also have a SKU if you have an available SKU. Over here, you could put in the description of your product. Typically, when doing descriptions for different products, it would contain a lot of information. So don't cheap out on the details, because having a lot of details would probably be a big selling point to your products. But anyway, over here, let's just simply put in the sample information over here. Over here, product details. This is for your highlights. So simply highlight your functionalities and features for your product. We have image or inventory tracking over here. So if you have an inventory, you could put how much quantity you have. But if you don't want to track it, you could also disable it. They could also do some quantity restriction so that people could only buy a certain amount of products. So let's say people could buy at a maximum of 3, and then a max or like a low stock limit over here, which will remind us on when it will say that we have low stock. I would say 3, but it depends on what your preference is. And then there are way more options over here. You can also upload a file or like a image, then put in your attributes over here, and then SEO, and so on and so forth. After that, you can simply click on save, and you would now have your product over here. What you could do with this product is you could customize it once again or delete it as well. But anyway, we have our first product over here. So now, after that, we could click on publish site over here as our next step. So over here, we will be provided with a free subdomain for now, something like that. But if you have your own domain, you could also connect it with this section over here, or you could also buy a new domain for yourself. But anyway, let's publish it over here so that we could have our store set up. Now, if we visit this page over here, we will now be able to view our store with the template that you have selected in the first time you created an account. Now, after this, we're going to go back in our page over here, click on exit, and now we have published. You could also do your taxes, but we could skip that for now. But if you want to configure it, you will be able to add your tax rules and so on and so forth into this page, which will automatically apply when people purchase something from your store. Now over here, we also have our payments. Simply click on setup payments, or it will typically be available in our settings over here, and simply look for setup payment or anything related to payments in this page. But anyway, you could choose between PayPal, to checkout, Stripe, so on and so forth as your payment options. You can also have some offline payments over here if you prefer. So let's say cash on delivery as an example. As you can see, then put in a minimum eligible amount, maximum eligible amount, I guess. And you could also do some additional extra charge if it's going to be cash on delivery. But anyway, after that, simply click on save. And we will then be able to have our first payment over here. You can click on make store live over here, wherein if our store is live, we should then be able to utilize or have our store active. Now going back, we'll go back to our dashboard. So our store is this one over here. So let's simply click on our store. So we have completed the basic setup from earlier. So we have a lot more options that we were able to skip. But anyway, over here, you will be able to view your overview or reports or analytics when it comes to your store, where you will be able to see the total sales, stuff like that, and so on and so forth. But to customize our store here directly, we could go to the site builder over here, wherein it will allow you to customize your store even further. If you want to remove sections, if you want to change designs, colors, stuff like that, you're able to easily do that through our editor over here, as you can see. So we have this. So for example, these are test or options right now. So what you could do with this stuff that you don't want, you could delete those stuff or elements that you don't want to add, as you can see, or you could easily add elements as well. So for you, if you want to be able to add your products, simply drag and drop it wherever you want. Something like that. But of course, you're going to have to make it look proper. So now we could delete parts that you don't want to be in here. Something like this. Anyway, this is just a sample of what you could do. And to be able to add your own product, do the same thing here. Click on plus, click on element. Then over here on the left side, simply look for product, and you should then be able to find all of your products that you have added, and you can easily add it into your website. Very easily, very straightforward, but you're going to have to make an effort into not making your website a mess. But anyway, you can easily fix that by simply doing Control-Z if ever you make a mistake. This section over here, you're definitely going to change all of this stuff. You can notice that when you hover a specific element, that there will be a box. So the box will entail the different parts that you could modify. So for example, this one, I could easily change this into my specific text and so on and so forth. So you're able to change practically everything that you have on your website. Although unfortunately, it's not automatic, wherein if you have created your first product, everything else will be gone. Unfortunately, you're going to have to do it manually for all of those stuff. But anyway, we have our categories over here as well. You could easily add them, and collections as well, which are all going to be available in the site builder once you have created them, of course. But anyway, that's basically it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.